ladies and gentlemen, my guest tonight, the alluring Nicole Aria. Nicole, thank you so much for coming on with me tonight.
Thanks so much for having me on.
Right off the bat, by the way, I delved into your content, and let me just say, I was so impressed with even some of your earlier work. We'll get into all of that stuff, okay? What I really want to hone in on at the beginning here is just, how did you decide to get into this industry? How did you go like, hey, either you knew you were hot for a long time, you always wanted to do this. There's some people who did it out of desperation or struggle, and then they found out, hey, I make a ton of money, and I like doing this. What was your reasoning for getting into whatever form of the adult entertainment industry you got into first? Stripping, camming, porn, what was it?
So I jumped right into porn. Technically I was a stripper for 2 days to fund my move from Florida to LA to I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, I've always wanted to do porn. It has been a dream my entire life. I have just always been a sexual being. It's not so much like, oh, I know I'm so hot, like that. No, it's just, I want to fuck as many people, as many ways, all the time. And yeah, I get to do that now.
Now, let me ask, obviously, once you were 18 and were legally allowed to watch pornography, did you have favorite okay, I find this divide is so fun between men and women. Every guy I've ever interviewed or talked to or anything like that goes, yeah, I had specific people I liked. I like this girl, I like this girl. I had a top 5, blah, blah, blah. Every girl I've ever talked to seems like didn't have specific people they liked. It was more just like, here's what I would type into the old tube site or whatever it was. Did you have like specific performers that you liked or looked up to at all? Or was it just gang bang, enter, whatever it was you were looking for?
It was mostly a lot of like lesbian massage porn, because just oily naked women,
Is there anything better than an oiled up girl, if we can be honest, with like a nice sunny day? Yes, yeah. I mean, technically we could do calculus here and just continue on down the line adding numbers. But yes, I agree with you 1,000%. There is nothing more aesthetically pleasing than a nice curvy woman with beautiful.
Right? Like the more curves, the better. Just like all the oil and the soft skin and
Exactly. So what was your first scene then? And again, how did it come about? Did you reach out to websites? Did agency reach out to you? Take me through like, okay, I'm going to do this. Now, what is your next step?
So I moved to LA, I didn't know anyone in California, knew nothing about the industry. All I knew was the industry's in LA, so I need to be in LA to do this. So I graduated college, drove across country, and then started Googling agencies once I got to LA. And then found an agency, and they got me some work. And then, yeah.
Can I ask what your first scene was, or who it was with, or,
I forgot the company. Net Video Girls. So I look totally different. When I got in the industry, I had pierced nipples and a shaved head.
Okay.
So, yeah, a little different.
Oh, hey, I've seen the pictures of you with short hair. You pull it off. But was that like the style that you were going for, or because it seems like what you said to me is you come to LA, pierced nipples, shaved head. You just spent 2 days stripping to get here, and you're like, and now I need to look up to agents. I go, this girl's crazy, but she's a good time. Did you like shorter hair or what?
Well, it was definitely a lot easier. I was like super like butch shaky like before I got in the industry, like the shaved head, flannels, cargo shorts, the whole shebang. Rainbow carabiner for a keychain, just like, yeah.
Sure.
So that was just my look before I got into the industry. It wasn't a look for a while, just like 2 months, I think, because we were in the middle of a pandemic. I'm from Florida. It's hot. I was working 2 full-time jobs, and I was a full-time student finishing my degree. So I was like, I'm not seeing anyone outside of that stuff. Fuck it, shaving my head.
Yeah.
Just because why not?
I get it. My hair and my eyes are the only two nice things about everything on me, so I would never consider shaving it. No, I promise you. Trust me. Check with my wife.
You're
she'll let
a very
you know.
handsome gentleman.
Oh, I try, but the camera is making me look like I'm a corpse a little bit right now. My tan's a little better than this.
My anemia is making me look like a corpse, so it's all good.
Anemia is what? A blood thing, right?
Yeah. Just when I went vegan, I was focused on getting my protein, and I made sure to get my iron, but there's like 2 types of iron, I guess. So my one iron was like crazy low. So I started taking.
Can I ask you a dumb question? Does that affect you shooting scenes at all? Or is it like all under control? You're good. Or do you need to like take a break? You're like, oh, my blood hurts. Like I need to take a break now.
I don't ever feel my blood, it just goes through me. It's more so just I bruise easily, and I have olive skin, so like because I'm pale, I just look dead. So I just need to like get my iron levels and get a tan, and I'll be good.
I understand. Okay, good. So Net Video Girls, I think that whole whatever company that is, Net Video Girls, Casting Couch, I think something, not Backroom, but the other one. They are notorious for the one shot that I love. And I think they know it because they put it in every video. Do you know which shot I'm referring to?
Oh, yeah, the just facing the camera. Yeah.
Sure. Dead on doggy style, right? Straight on way. Were you happy with your beautiful shot there? Whatever yours was. Did you do that? Maybe not.
I did. I think that's like the thumbnail of my photo on Pornhub for it. But yeah, like looking back at those scenes, I realized like I really didn't know anything about porn when I got in. I was like, oh, you fuck on camera. And I was like, wow. I wasn't perfect because I never used to like dirty talk. I would just moan. So like I didn't know how to dirty talk. So I had to like learn how to do that over the years. So that scene is just like a bunch of like moaning and just me. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. But I like dirty talk.
Oh, I love it now. Oh.
Right. Well, here's the thing. I've been with my wife for like 17 years now. And only in the last 2 years did I finally like start getting her to dirty talk. You know why? Because we both are so like cynical and filled with hatred that anytime someone's talking like, ooh, I bet you just want to suck on my tits, don't you? I would look at her and be like, yeah, I guess I do. Yeah, that would be cool. Thanks for that. Like it's just, or I would get in close to her and lean and be like, I'd say like, oh, I'm just gonna go inside you so slow and blah, blah. I don't know, whatever it is. I can't even dirty talk in the moment. 1, because you're not my wife. I'm a very faithful guy. 2, because anytime I would try and do it with my wife, it would be immediate like, oh, Aria? Are you going to do that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's so fun. Like just being a dick to your partner, that's still hot.
It is so fun. But what if being a dick... See, apply it to another context, right? Like, what's really funny? Like a ruined orgasm for a guy. Now, if I'm the guy, I'm going, what the fuck are you doing, Nicole? Don't do that. Please. So, yes, I understand what is funny in one case and one is not necessarily in the other. But, yeah.
But also, there's like a little bit of brat to it. So it's like... just being a dick, but then it's like, oh yeah, and then like, yeah.
No, that's fair.
Like,
you're right.
Gotta handle that.
You're right on that. My big thing was always just I had to establish with my wife, and I assume maybe you had to establish it on camera too, where you didn't dirty talk before, but did you feel uncomfortable doing it, or were you just like, I don't know how to?
My brain would just scramble for words. So at the beginning of like learning how to dirty talk, there was a lot of me stuttering on camera while a dick's inside me, trying to think of vocabulary. I need to have like a thesaurus on like the inside of my fingers while I'm like sucking a dick, so I can like look over at it. Like I don't know. It worked out though.
No, it worked out for you. How did you? So that's what I told my wife. I said, look, anything in here, I'm not judging you for any of this. We're not going to laugh. We're not in a negative way, because we both wanted to get past the silliness of it. Mm-hmm. And it's worked out great. And I wonder if performers also, it sounds like you didn't have anxiety. You just stuttered a little bit. The hottest lady ever with a speech impediment. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I have anxiety.
It's such a nice way to like kind of let someone know how intense you're feeling towards them right now in this moment. Because you can't just go, Nicole, I'm so attracted to you. It's Nicole, I can't fucking get over how sexy you are right now. Like that, It takes it up a level, right?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
It's like reminding the person you're with, like you're in the moment, you're feeling it, like
Yeah, and I don't just think you're hot. I think you're insatiable. Like I need this right now. That's what I like about it personally. And getting my wife to say disgusting things. I mean, it's some of my favorite stuff in the world. So after you do your initial scene, what is your thought process on it? Were you like, I'm all in now. Like I love doing this. I did great with it. I think I did a good job. They were happy with it. Or were you kind of still a little bit like, let's see how the next one goes?
well, I didn't really have time to process that because since it was in the middle of the pandemic, they like even though I lived in LA, they had me like COVID test and then they got me a hotel by the shoot location and I wasn't allowed to have any human interaction for like a full day while I isolated in this hotel room. And then they picked me up and then took me to the shoot house and then I had the shoot, like my first scene. And then I stayed at the shoot house because I shot my second scene the next day, which was a DP, I think. Or wait, no, not a DP, but it was a boy, girl, anal, and they just like took turns. So that's my second scene.
Did you know that scene when you signed up for it? And I guess, okay. So
I've been having anal for like a decade. It's my favorite. So like it was my first time on camera, but
was it first time with two guys? Or wait, did you say no? Oh, okay. Well,
oh God, no.
We'll get into that. That'll be fun. You know what? Let's get into it now. You got into porn at what age?
24.
So that gives us a great amount of time where it's not as creepy to right up when you do porn. From
Exactly.
18, okay.
Yeah, porn's been a dream career my entire life. So I was like, I want to go to college, have my degree as a backup. I want to make sure I have my head on right because I know it takes some like thick skin to like make it through the industry safely because there's like dicks out there sending death threats and rape threats every day.
Jesus, really?
Oh, every day I get flooded with DMs of people just wishing rape and death and murder and torture on me. It's great.
Oh my God. You know.
You see why people have Bible verses in their bios?
It's so funny. I went to...
Love your husband.
I went to 12 years of Catholic school and I've never been like, you know, I'm a freedom guy. It's like whatever you want to do that doesn't involve a dog or a kid, I'm cool with it. I don't give a shit.
I'm like, if it's legal, do your thing. Like,
you know, and people get pissed on Twitter and stuff. They're like, get this porn off my feed. Da, da, da.
Change your settings, you dipshit.
Yeah, exactly. Your fucking algo. My favorite one was that sports commentator a few months ago, Jason Whitlock, who was like, oh my God, it's disgusting. Why is Amazon showing me these ads for vibrators and blah, blah, blah? And people pointed out because it's based on your search history, not, you know, everything. And it's like, oh, whoops, you fucked up on that one, bud.
Right. Another case of people telling on themselves. Like,
let me ask, so from 18 to 20, before you get in the industry, tell me like was there anything you did that looking back, you're like, whoa, that was wild shit. Like even as a porn star, I go, that was wild.
Oh my God. I always joke that like my sex life has calmed down so much since I got into porn. Like,
well, let me ask you now.
I'm having like double anal gangbangs nowadays, and it's so like more chill than college.
Well, does being in porn make it harder to find guys on the outside, or do you just have no interest at all?
It's just I'm so like hyper vigilant on testing that I'm like, unless you have like a 2-week test from a verified industry approved facility, like testing facility, I'm not doing it.
Oh, there you go. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So
what was you give me a whole lot of money? What?
What was your first like? Okay, so you said it was it the same day? Was that male, female? You did? It was back to back the shoots or next days? Okay.
Yeah, but I stayed like in this shoot location, like just a quiet big house all alone, like very. It was like a haunted mansion vibes.
Let's jump into this. 21 for porn, you think? I've heard so many performers say 21 for porn as well. And I find it interesting because I would think, you know, you see this great opportunity. You've made, I'm sure, good money off of it. You will eventually make astronomical amounts of money, I'm positive. It's so much better than a 9-to-5 job sitting in an office, right? Okay. Why not let these girls jump in once they're legally able to and do that? Like, I mean, currently we can, but why don't you think they should do that? Why do you think they should maybe wait until 21?
So I know people that have gotten in the industry at 18 and are like, no, it should be 21. I know people that have gotten in the industry at 18 and were able to have the maturity and like awareness and like self-protection and whatnot to be okay and like handle it professionally. But 18, 19, you're a child. I'm like, under 25, you're a child. I like, your brain's not matured. Like, you need, like, there's so much, because it's not just, you're doing porn now. You're a business person. You have to have your own corporation. You have to have, like all this stuff. Like, it's not just having sex on camera. It's knowing all this stuff and also knowing how to be, like, smart about your money and not just blow it all. Like,
it's 19. You are definitely old enough to fuck at 19. What you might not be old enough to do is establish an LLC,
exactly,
make sure
you're a corporation. Yeah,
not give your power of attorney away, so you can make sure you sign all of your stuff from your accountants and your lawyers and what. It's like, yeah, a 19-year-old sure knows how to throw it back. She probably may not, and there's rare exceptions. There's girls who've come into this industry at 18 and fucking taken off.
There's some that are so much, but also, like, I understand the whole survival aspect of it as once you're 18, if they need to escape, like, it's the only thing they, like, I get that. But, like, even I got out at 24 and I did things that I regretted, or I was put in situations I didn't know how to handle, because it's just totally different than any other aspect of the workforce. Like, I've been working 2 jobs at a time my entire life. Like, I've always worked. Then all of a sudden I'm self-employed and have my own corporation and, like, dealing with all these, like, manipulative people or good people, or, like, there's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think maybe it's not even age. It's if you're a good judge of character, if you can look at someone and go, like, this person has my best intentions, in mind or whatever. And what you're saying, though, is, under 21, under 25, your decision making's not always great. So
yeah, like, it's just, like, I understand thinking you know everything but you're a child. Like,
I totally get it.
Because I know how I was at that age. Like, I thought I knew everything. I thought I get, but, like, I was a child, like, looking back. No, like, your brain truly is not developed.
Right. I agree.
And, like, I know there are plenty of, like, mature, professional, amazing business people that are younger in this industry and they handle their shit and they're amazing. But, like, they're the exception to.
That's the ones you see. You don't see the people who went home at 19, having been in a terrible situation, begging to come back, or homeless, or something, or they were taken advantage of, or their money was stolen. You don't see those because that's the downside. Yeah. We don't ever see that. So yeah, it's very sad. Let me ask you, you went to college for something interesting, and I did not tell you I was going to bring this up, but it's fun. Can I ask what you went to college for?
Yes, I have my bachelor's in biology with an environmental science certificate because I'm a nature nerd.
Okay, and what were you going to do with that?
I was going to go to veterinary medical school and become a veterinarian.
Okay, so I read your profile. I read your bio on Twitter, the little thing up top. Here's what I'm throwing at you. Can we talk about your pussy?
My cats?
Yeah, there you go. What breed are they? Can I ask how old they are? Tell me all about your cats. I thought it would be funny to just kind of hit you with that and real disgusting. Only because here's the thing. Like all cat owners, I want to see your cats, but I want to show you my cat too, okay?
I want to see your cat.
Okay. Well, and then I have a fucking question, a vet tech question, because I don't know. All right. Well, I'm going to put this on the screen for the viewing audience as well. This is the cat. I'm going to close my camera here so I could just make it my background. This is my cat. We just adopted him about 8 months ago. This is David. You see the reaction, folks? Yeah, he rules. Okay, that's David. That's David.
Does he have one eye?
He does have one eye. He's a little British.
Baby. Is he like Russian and blue mix?
He's a British short hair, but he's actually, here's the color, lilac. What a little sweetie, right?
That's so cute.
Yeah, I know.
Congratulations on your baby.
Thank you. Tell me about your cats. And have you always been a cat person? Are you a dog person at all?
I'm a dog person fully. I was raised with dogs. I'm a big dog person. Like, 150 to 200 pound dogs, mastiffs. Like, those are my babies.
Yeah.
I've always been deathly allergic to cats. My cats have actually sent me to the hospital twice for anaphylaxis, and I take daily allergy meds twice a day because of them.
Oh.
But they were found a couple days old in like an abandoned house, just the two of them, no litter mates, no mom. And where I was living at the time, I couldn't have cats, but I was a vet tech, and I was like, I need to be their mother. I know nothing about cats, but I'm going to learn. So I went on Facebook Marketplace, found a room to rent, and moved out of where I was living so I could rescue them.
Oh.
And then I bottle fed them every 4 hours while having the 2 full-time jobs and being a full-time student.
Oh.
So I'm like, I birthed them. They're my kids. Like, I helped with their space surgeries. I like put in their IVs and their microchips, and like I did every like. They're my babies.
Totally get it. We had a cat for 21 years. My wife had her before we got together, and then I had him about 16 years, and she passed away last year on my birthday, which was so terrible. But you know what? She didn't slow down. It was just at the end, kidney failure, blah, blah, blah. She didn't slow down. Her brain was good all the way to the end. 21 years old, we squeezed as much life as you could out of that cat.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah. Kidney disease or kidney issues in older cats is just a fact of life. Like, it's just going to happen at some point when they get to a certain age.
Well, thank you for that biology answer there, because I have a little game to play with you, Nicole.
I'm ready. I love games.
I'm debuting this game on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play the new Going Deeper game, Are You Smarter Than a Porn Star? Are You Smarter Than a Porn Star is a game where we test the sexual knowledge of our contestant. The game consists of 5 rounds, each one with a true or false question, okay? They're all sexual health related questions. Each round is a new educational level, and I don't have any time, so you can just answer true or false. Nicole, do you have any questions for this test?
No, but it's been 5 years since I've been in school, so let's see.
But they're sexual health questions, and that is your career now.
Oh, true.
There you
I was
go.
just thinking like biology. Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
Okay, level 1, question 1, 5th grade level. True or false, kissing can spread germs?
Yes, true.
True, kissing can transfer bacteria and viruses, which is why good hygiene is important. Wash your lips, wash your dicks. That's what I always say.
And if you have strep throat, stay the fuck away from everyone.
Exactly. Level 2, 8th grade question, true or false, HIV can be transmitted through saliva?
False.
False. HIV is not transmitted through saliva. It is spread through blood, semen, vaginal fluids, and breast milk. So stop sucking on them titties, gentlemen. If she has HIV, I guess you can suck on them.
But even then, it's not guaranteed to be, and there's all like PEP and everything. Like,
that's true.
Yeah.
All right. Level 3, undergraduate college level. Okay. The withdrawal method, pulling out, as I like to call it, is a highly effective birth control method.
Sure.
False. The withdrawal method is risky because pre-ejaculate can contain sperm, and timing
but that's
must
only if they haven't urinated since their last ejaculation. There's no sperm in there if they peed since they came last.
Wait, the withdrawal pulling out is a highly effective birth control method. It's risky because I can.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm like, so for day-to-day folks, yes, it's risky, but I guess because I'm not on any birth control, but okay. I rely on pull out because I'm with professionals that know how to pull out in time. So I guess.
Yeah, you're not with
skewed evidence.
You're not at 3:30 in the morning with Ted coming after a bar. You're with.
That's not safe. Don't do that.
Not safe. Level 4, master's college level. Okay, sperm can live inside the female reproductive tract for up to a week. True or false?
Sure.
True. Sperm can survive for up to 5 to 7 days inside the female reproductive system. Where it cannot survive that long is on a girl's face or lower back. I just want guys to know that. Leave it there. Last question here. PhD college level. Okay. The refractory period after orgasm is primarily regulated by prolactin levels.
I want to say false, because prolactin's lactation.
It's actually true. Prolactin release post-orgasm is associated with reduced sexual arousal and the refractory period. So, you know, when she's like, oh, come on, let's go again. And you're a guy sitting there going like, fuck, isn't Sports Center on? Like, can't I just get away from this right now? That's because of prolactin.
Oh,
Yeah.
One of my kids just came up. Hi, kitty cat.
Hi, kitty cat. What's that kitty cat's name? Do you ever give the names?
Of course. They have middle names as well, but this is Bunny that just came up.
That's cute. I have spoken to a porn star who actually specifically off camera told me, hey, please don't mention my pets. That's why I always check first.
I post about them. Yeah.
Okay. So wait, you said something super interesting before we went to break about...
Oh, 1 second. She's chewing on plastic.
Of course,
Bunny Marie,
please.
Ma'am.
I love this. I love people with their pets.
All right, she's in timeout.
It is so much fun, people with their pets. Let me tell you that. Well, now it's awkward because you're holding this beautiful little baby. I was going to ask you about rape. No, it's totally cool. No, here's why. No, here's why. I was going to ask you. You said you've gotten rape and death threats online, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been in a situation online, definitely scary. I get that. Especially as a woman, you don't know what the fuck these people are thinking of. And I'm sure you're a strong woman and all the things I'm supposed to say. But it's still fucking scary. Okay? Have you ever been in like a real life situation or a real world thing? Have you ever been like felt threatened after becoming a porn star because you were a porn star, not just because you're some hot chick walking down the street?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Well, I mean, can I ask what happened? If there was one thing that stuck out, is it someone just coming up to you being rude? Is it like, what is it?
The most recent thing was at AVN this past year, so like a month ago.
Really? Something happened? Without giving details, can you say, or no? I mean, I don't want to, I'm trying to pull it out of you, but I don't want to pull too hard.
Crazy dude they let in. But I was okay.
I feel like I read about that. Was someone someone got in that wasn't supposed to be there or something? I was reading on Twitter.
I don't know about that, but yeah, this was just like a mentally unstable dude that interacted with me in a not safe way.
Was it all right? What is the number one thing I can't do if I'm going to come up to you and say, oh, Nicole, I'm a big fan of your work. What is something I shouldn't definitely not do?
Try to grab my ass or kiss me.
Well, yeah, sure. That's fair.
You laugh, but a lot of people don't have that common basic decency.
No, I laugh because I can throw hands and I know guys are never going to try and grab at me. But yeah, you're right.
I throw hands too.
I went to Exotica, Jersey, and I was visiting with a girl, Cat Karma Orgasmic. If people don't know of her, check her out. She has great content as well. And I was saying goodbye to her. I had interviewed her a couple times and met her and her husband. And I was like, okay, I'll see you later. It was really nice seeing you. I was with my wife. And the next guy in line came up and just kind of like grabbed her ass and was like, all right, let's do the picture now. And I was like, yo, I understand we're in a world of sex and we're boosting testosterone. Oh my God, we're all juiced up. But like, you got to be a human being.
Yeah, just basic consent.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you about some content stuff. What is a scene you have not shot yet that you desperately want to shoot? Like a type of scene or for a website or independent, whatever it is. What is something where you're like, yo, if this offer comes up now, book me.
I've been talking about it for years and I'm waiting to find the right talent because I'm going to self-produce it for my own sites and just hire all the talent. But I want to have like a blow-up pool that I get to just like be in, and I do like a blow bang, and then it's like a bukkake, and then I just get covered in like all the cum in like the little pool, so I can make sure I eat it all up.
Cum in water is a very tricky thing, though.
No water, just empty,
the pool.
Yeah, just an empty blow pool to collect all the cum. So I'm like in a giant bowl almost. That way I could like make sure I don't like miss a drop.
So I have a nice cum fetish, not necessarily eating it or anything myself. I just think it's the perfect exclamation point at the end of a scene. Whatever it is, this is it right there. Do you like cum, or do you just think it would be a great scene? Or you?
Oh, I love it.
Okay, all right. And what is it? Just a sense of accomplishment? Is it?
It's just
why?
fun.
Why?
I'm autistic, so I'm very big on like sensory stuff, and I'm like, it's just goopy and yummy. Like I like it.
I've known women who fucking despise it because of stickiness or this, and it's almost like you have to put those things out of your mind if you're going into this arena. You're playing with slime here, folks. Like, this is what we're gonna do.
There's like cum that's like super thick if they take like zinc supplements or whatever. And I'm like, if it's like super thick, it's like to where it's almost like dry. Like it's just like very,
Dry.
I'm like, not a fan. Like it's just too dense. Or when it's like super liquidy, I'm like, it's not that fun. Like it's like someone put water on me. I'm like, I need that happy medium where it's like nice and goopy and fun.
Viscosity sounds important to you when it comes to cum.
So again, autistic as shit. I'm like, I need the perfect texture, and that's why I'm trying to like remember like how the cum loads of like certain male performers are. That way I know who exactly I want to book for my like self-produced bukkake clothing.
Sure, I understand. Bukkakes are underrated. I have interviewed the guy who brought bukkake from Japan to the US, and he was just kind of like, it's no big deal. I think they are so interesting because you have the different types. You have the one that's like a gangbang that turns into a bukkake. Then you have like the Japanese ones, which, no judgment on them. It's just, I do find it a little odd. Just the guys standing around, just quietly tugging, and then, it's my time, walk up, blow. It's a weird visual thing because there's two aspects to it. There's one where it's like the woman is being dominated because she's just getting covered. If you have a little kitty or something you need to grab, you're more than welcome to, by the way.
But she just walked by. She's good.
Just whatever you want. I saw you move it and look down.
I was
like, oh shit, what is this? What is this cat chewing on now?
She just walked by.
But then there's the other aspect where it's like, the woman is commanding it. She's like, you, this and that. So, would you consider yourself a sub, a dom, a switch? I feel like all performers are somewhat switch, but like, what is your personal preference? I'm
like 98% sub. Okay. There's certain times where I could like pull out dom when it comes to like JOIs. I get mean, but as far as like in person, I don't think I could dom stuff yet.
Okay. All right, we are going to take one more break, Nicole, and we will be right back. My guest tonight, the Nicole Aria. TheNicoleAria, in case you can't spell. Links to everything in the episode description, but the Nicole Aria is where you're going to go to follow my guest tonight. Nicole, we'll be right back. Perfect. Okay. Last thing, and then I have one social media thing for you.
She's making biscuits.
That's so, you know what David does? The first, he still does it sometimes. David, when my wife is sleeping, David will climb up on her leg and just start humping it in the middle of the night at like 4:30 a.m. He just wants food. That's how he indicates food. He's very strange. It's actually a very similar story. He was owned by a vet tech whose husband got long COVID and would end up in the hospital anytime he was around their pets. They had to give all their pets away. So we went to PetSmart one day. I was like, I'm just popping PetSmart, take a look. And I saw David just sitting there in that little box. And I said, fuck this. This boy's coming home. He's got one eye. He needs a good family.
Yeah. He's so precious.
Thank you. Yours is very lovely as well. All right. Let's jump back into this. All right, and we're back. My guest, Nicole Aria, the Nicole Aria across all social media. So, Nicole, let me ask, what is coming up? What are we shooting for? You have 4 AVN nominations, is what I read. It could be more. Is it more? 4 sounds right.
I don't remember. That might be the number for AVN. Then I've had some XBiz and some XRCO and some Urban X.
Okay, so you're moving and shaking. Like you are, gaining traction in this industry, which, seems obvious. But like you said before, you can't just be hot in this industry. You got to put in the work behind it too. So you're doing that as well. You said you want to self-produce your own scene. Are you currently self-producing any scenes? Or are we doing collabs? What are we doing?
Will be hiring talent. For now, I'm focused learning how to do directorial stuff on my solos. So I just did a photo shoot the other day. I booked super cool location. Ended up being disgusting, dirty wise, but got some fun BTS out of that of me just like, but I did 9 different looks between photo shoots, video shoots, and stuff. And I did a bunch of fun solos. I did smoking fetish mixed with a foot fetish. I did like an old timey retro trad wife kind of thing where I was fully dressed and then it's a stocking fetish and I just ripped a hole in the stockings. Did a JOI, and then like just all the fun, but like it was so cool. I'm so excited for that to come out.
Okay. I had like 6 questions that popped in my head real quick and they couldn't fit through the door properly. And I specifically said, like, make sure you don't say anything dumb on this one because you've sounded real dumb lately.
It's podcast. Edit out shit if you want to.
No. They got to know I'm an idiot. So do you like producing your own stuff or was it what? So I was doing a comedy podcast before this, and I loved doing it, but it became a task after a while. It became, and I don't know if it's because I was falling out of love with it. I would have kept it going forever. What do you think is your biggest impediment in terms of making your own content? Is it just getting all the people together? Is it the technical skills? Do you have the technical skills, like the editing, camera, lighting, all that?
I hire people to do all that stuff.
Okay, that's what it's going to be. Do you have like a reliable go-to person for all of that? Okay.
Yeah, I pay an editor, I pay a photographer, videographer, I pay for locations, yeah.
Sure. Any interest in learning that yourself or no?
Eventually, but every time I've tried to edit my own scenes, if it's like a different angle or whatever, I can't like pick a certain angle. I'm like, it's also hot. What do I want to send out there? And then I'm looking at the same like 30-second frame for like 6 hours. And it's just not efficient.
Decisiveness would save you money on that end, though.
I'm a Libra.
Oh, I'm a Sagittarius. I don't know what that means.
Libras are indecisive, which I don't actually believe in astrology, but I like to use that as a cop-out for like why I get people to do stuff because I don't want to.
No, I understand.
I'm like, I'm too horny. It all looks good, but what's the best?
Nicole, what are our next few years like? Do you still want to shoot more mainstream scenes? Do you want to mostly do your own content? It's the conversations I have with performers. It goes one of two ways. They love shooting mainstream or they shoot mainstream to advertise their OF. What is your theory on how you want to do this? Do you just want to take it scene by scene? Do you have grand plans that you want to do? Is there a site that you eventually want to shoot for? People ask me to ask shorter questions. I won't. Go ahead.
Okay. So I love shooting for studios, just because I know most of the directors at this point. Like, I know who I love to work with. I love them hiring a makeup artist for me, and I can just like not have to. I just turn my brain off and get fucked. But also, I think I posted on Twitter in November. It's like pinned on my profile that like I'm gonna stop doing studio scenes next month for the most part. Like March is gonna be my last month where I'm like accepting a lot of bookings, and then I'm like only taking selective bookings so I could focus on like producing my own stuff.
Okay, all right. So you're not turning off mainstream. You're just going to be a lot more selective. You're going to go, that's right for me. I could kind of do that on my own. Maybe not that right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like only doing things I really, really, really want to do. That way I can just have more time focused on my own productions from my own sites.
You know, I've done hundreds of these interviews. I've never asked this question. Do you see a bump in your OnlyFans when a mainstream site puts out a scene of yours?
Nope.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, it's just kind of, it has like a steady growth rate, but I feel like most of my bumps come from like when I do stuff on social media as opposed to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Has there been any negative reaction to your OnlyFans? Have you put out any kind of scene or anything like that where guys were like, not for me?
I did one that was like a mean JOI kind of thing with Sylvia Sage, and some of them were like, not for me, but like some of them were like, thank you for finally doing this. So like I have stuff for everyone.
Okay.
Like I have every time lesbian armpit licking, like foot stuff, smoking stuff, stocking stuff, oil, like squirting. I squirted out candles. That was fun. All the stuff.
I understand. Yeah, I mean,
Double
again,
anal.
double anal. How do you do double anal? How does double anal work? Very carefully, I think is the correct answer.
Dick, and then you have the other dick, and then you have the hole.
Oh, see, that's how my mom explained it, but she didn't do a visual guide, so I didn't quite understand. Have you ever done a triple anything?
No, I want to, but I'm going to save that.
Okay.
Because I'm 5'2", so there's not a lot of room for legs.
I never understand. That's what how did two guys I get, okay? Because you can do top and bottom. What is three even? And isn't the guy in the middle just kind of rubbing his dick between two dicks?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, as long as we're all cool with it.
Yeah. Like, you just need, like, really long dicks to be able to access the hole. And then, like, especially since my BBL, like, it's a cramped space back there. Like, you can't, it's a tight squeeze. So to get three back there, we'll see.
You said BBL. I don't know the difference on what a non-BBL and a BBL looks like. So I'll just ask. You look wonderful in every picture I've ever seen. Did you get it in the middle of porn or before porn, or what is that?
Its first birthday is next week, actually.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do like a cake sitting video for its first birthday to like celebrate it. But it's hard because I'm vegan and like plant-based organic-y kind of stuff. So I'm like, I'm going to have to spend like $80 on a cake because I'm not just going to get some like chemical-ridden animal-based trash cake. I'm like, my booty deserves a quality cake because I'm going to eat it after. Like, I'm not going to let cake go to waste.
Obviously, you can't let a cake go to waste.
Yeah.
So let me ask, what's the end game? Last question here. What's end game for you? What are you ever going to be? So, again, I've done a lot of these. Some girls are like, I'm going to shoot until I'm this many years old and then I'm out. Some girls are like, I'm going to shoot till this amount of money and then I'm out. And some girls are doing, Gil Fucker 39 on Brazzers this week. Like, shooting at 80 years old. Do you... I know it's tough to say as you're in the middle of it, where do you see it going? Like, yes, Kobe Bryant 3 years in, where's his career going to end? It's tough. But do you have like an idea of what you kind of want to do, or if at some point you do want to stop?
Yeah, I mean, I've always said that like this has been my dream my whole life. Like, as far as when I'm a lot older, like GILF age, I imagine it'll be all self-produced by that point. But I want to be doing it into my GILF era for sure. Like, because at that point it would just be like me and whoever I'm with at that point, and just doing GILF stuff for whatever site is popular then.
So if you're into GILF porn, you sign up for the OnlyFans now, the Nicole Aria. You keep it on recurring payment for the next 50 years.
Buy a bundle for like 50 years, yeah.
50-year bundle. You sit on it. You wait. And eventually, beautiful gray-haired Nicole Aria just walking out onto the gangbang set. Nicole, you've been a wonderful guest tonight. I want to thank you so much for coming on. We're going to wrap this one up. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest, Nicole Aria. You can find her across all social media and, most importantly, her OnlyFans, the Nicole Aria. Make sure anywhere else you see her, you're supporting her. If you see someone post something, our new scene with Nicole Aria, go, oh my God, I fucking love her. She's so great. Because that then, looks good, right? I don't know. What do they base it on? What do they base booking you on?
Comments on their paid websites. Because if it's just comments on their social media, like, you're not paying for shit. They don't care.
That's a good point. I never thought about that. But then isn't there any... No, you're exactly right. Common sense is exactly
it's like, oh, are you pirating it? Like, we don't care about your opinion either. Like...
Right. My thing would be like, yo, if this is blowing up with 500 comments, I could probably convert some of them to a membership, but you're right. It's probably just a lot of people slagging. I don't know.
Thieves.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cat mom herself, my guest tonight, the lovely Nicole Aria. Like I said before, the Nicole Aria across all social media. Nicole, thank you so much for coming on with me tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.